Hi, my name is Winnie and I'm the founder of Wanderlust Nut Butters. I'm also a final year student in SOAS and I'm studying economics. Today I just want to talk to you a little bit about Wanderlust, how we started the company, our highs and lows, and how SOAS has been an amazing place for me to start the company. Okay, should I keep going? Okay, so I'll start with this story of... I'll just start with the story behind Wanderlust and the inspiration behind the idea. I'm Kenyan, and the first time I ate nut butters, the thing with Kenya is it's not one of those countries where you eat peanut butter as a spread very often. So the first time I ate peanut butter, I went to this boarding school where we had loads of international people, and it was year 8 and we had this lever strip. And this American girl had snuck behind the catering tent and was busy eating apples, peanut butter on apples, and we found her, and everyone was kind of like, oh, that's such a weird combination, that's disgusting. She gave us to try, and some people liked it, but I mean, that was me, some people liked it, but some people absolutely hated it, and that's probably the first time I realized how amazing peanut butter is, and that was, I think, the beginning of my obsession with peanut butter. Then over my gap year, I got to spend a lot of time reading food blogs. No, I'm not sad. I was reading food blogs, and I found out that you can actually flavor nut butters and, you know, add really cool, fun things to nut butters. So when I came back to UK, I was so excited because I thought I'm going to go to the stores and I'm going to find these flavored nut butters. So I went to Sainsbury's in Islington, and I can tell you now the disappointment that I felt after scouring the very small peanut butter shelf for flavored nut butter, and I couldn't find any. It was just, you know, crazy. And so last year, SOAS, I found out that SOAS Enterprise Society was giving grants to students with good business ideas to start their company, and I thought this is such an amazing, you know, opportunity to be able to start a company that I would love to, you know, see in stores, and the support would be amazing, so I thought, why not? So the next thing I just want to talk about a bit is the business factoids. Who are we and what we do? We make all natural flavored nut butters, and we've got 4 flavors. The first one is coconut cashew nut butter, which is like the best seller. Cinnamon peanut butter, my favorite, espresso almond butter, and our newest flavor, maple pecan butter. At the heart of what we do is make sure that everything, that all the nut butters that we make and any other foods that we make, you know, from here on are all natural. You know, so we do not add any oils to our nut butters, we do not add any sugars, we don't add preservatives or stabilizers, and we ethically source most of our ingredients. And this is such an important thing for us because we want to sell a product we believe in. We want to sell a product that doesn't pretend to be healthy but actually is full of a lot of rubbish. So that's who we are, and if you'd like to taste some, we sell in SOAS Food Co-op and we do some things there, so you know. The lows. When I first got asked to do this talk, Claire Renwick sent me a few points that I could, you know, touch on in the presentation, and one of them was what are the highs and lows of starting a business. And at that point, when I got the email, I was experiencing one of those lows, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to write it all down. And I know this is not presentation etiquette to have tons of things written, but those were my worries at the time when I was writing this down. And behind this is the whole issue with information asymmetry. Anyone who has started a company or is starting a company will know that one of the greatest barriers to entry is information asymmetry. It's not knowing what you don't know, and you don't know that you don't know it. And for me, that's been a challenge. But the main thing with challenges, where this is something I have to stress, is not to get down when you realize you don't know something, but to realize this is an opportunity to learn. And before I started the company, I was a know-it-all. I knew everything. Even before you finish a sentence, I knew it. But the experience has taught me to be honest about what I don't know. And more often than not, if you honestly tell someone that you don't know something, they're ready and willing to help you. So the advice I could give to this is, when you're starting a company, be honest. You don't have to go in and pretend you know what you don't know. More times than not, people know that you don't know what you're talking about. So just go there and say, honestly, I don't know, but I'm here and I'm happy to learn. And you'll get people with really good advice for you. So the highs. The highs look like they're a lot less, but can I just tell you now, these highs make all those lows look like nothing. When you look at the progress, I've got progress photos that I'll show you in a bit. The progress we've made since February till now, it's mind-boggling that we started there and we still have so far to go. But I'm so proud of what we've created so far, and I'm so proud of where we're going with the company. I have an amazing team I'm working with. SOAS Enterprise Society has been an absolute godsend. The support that I get from them, both technical, practical, and the connections and the contacts that I get from SOAS have been amazing. And if you are starting a company, I would urge you, if you're in SOAS, to just please go talk with them, because you don't know what sort of support you're going to get. And we've also today, as of today, we're now stocked in 8 stores. And for me, this is just like the most exciting thing in the world. We've been selling well in most of the stores and have sold out on a couple of flavors. So it's good to know that we are making a product that people actually want to buy. And I get to eat a lot of nut butter, which is a really good high. Also, the competition, we have been, since we started, in 2 competitions, and the first one was a Uni Pop Shop competition in June of this year, and we came second in the profit category. And that was, the most important thing. You can have a really good business idea, but to know that it actually makes money because you need to survive on something, that was a really good validation point for us. So we're really proud of that. And the second one was the Cotswolds Collaborates Young Food Entrepreneur competition, and we were also finalists in that competition. So again, 2 things that we're very proud of and that keep motivating us to just keep going out there and doing our best. And this is the evolution of Wanderlust. If you can see here, that was our first packaging, and it was just like a piece of cloth with Wanderlust stamped on it. Very beautiful, very rustic. And then we went to the labels on the top, and the next one was these labels here. And finally, these are our labels. I have to say though that we are currently going through a rebranding process, and I'm working with a really talented branding agency who are helping me to redefine Wanderlust in a way that we could be able to reach several other markets. So the evolution is still continuing, but we're very happy with where we've come since the beginning. Finally, I know I've mentioned this quite a lot during the talk, and they haven't paid me to do this, but SOAS support. A lot of the people I speak to in SOAS are shocked that A, SOAS is willing to give you grants to start a company, and B, that the support is good. Just one example of how amazing the support has been. During the Uni Pop Shop competition, we had the best store position in Spitalfields because Claire, who's the head of the Enterprise Society, was the first person in all the universities to get back with our application to the people organizing it. And as a result, we had the best store and our sales were really good. So they take up your project and work on it so diligently as if it was their own. So, and it's very hard to find that sort of support outside a university environment. So as students, I've been very lucky to have worked with really good students to develop our product. One of my friends is the one who did our graphic designs, and another friend of mine did our food photography. And that just shows that there's so many creative people out here in SOAS who are ready and willing to help you. So reach out to students first. It's cheaper than getting a professional, especially at the beginning where you do not need to be spending that crazy amount of money. And it also gives them a chance to improve their CVs and their portfolios. And so last thing is be prepared to work really hard and consistently hard. Being an entrepreneur is not so much about, oh, I have this awesome idea, so I'm just going to get up and tell you my idea. It is just every single day working really hard. That's what it is. There's no glamour to it. But if you love what you're doing, you'll be able to. You should be able to work hard. And don't be afraid to ask questions. Do your research. Just because you're going to ask questions does not mean you shouldn't do your research. Try and know as much as you possibly can about your industry. There is no excuse for not learning about it. When I started in the food industry, I knew next to nothing. But I've done a lot of research, and that is an important part of starting your business. And just keep asking questions. Never stop asking questions. And that is all.